The Immortal John Hancock here, and today I have a fun project that I'm sharing with you. And this device actually allows you to play Colecovision games on a standard Sega Master System or Master System 2. And at first I was like, no way. But in this video, I'm going to test this product, which I purchased, and share my results with you. So sit back, relax. Here we go. So here it is. This is the ColeCoco Master, and this is being offered on a few different forums. I'll put the links below. It was $69 and plus shipping, and it's a pretty interesting product. So using a Master System 1 or 2, this doesn't work on FPGAs or power-based converter. It just works on standard hardware, and so that's important to note. It doesn't work with any games with the Super Game module required. This is the gentleman who created this, and I've been watching this for a while, and some other people, Ivory Tower Collections, showed some video on his channel as well showing this, and a good friend of mine and mods my systems. Anyways, it comes with a couple extras. I'm testing this with a US Master System, and I'm using HD Retrovision cables initially with the Sega Genesis Model 1 adapter, using connecting this to a RetroTink 5X. And so there's just a lot of hardware that I'm using to test this. So thank you so much. If you'd like to support me, thank you very much. And thank you for watching. As you know, it takes a lot of hardware sometimes to showcase these items. So here it is, and as you can see, the color palette is super bright. Those pinks, the pink, the platforms in Donkey Kong are really pink, and the blues are very bright. This is different than the color palette on a standard ColecoVision. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it's just because of the capture. I'm going to test another way this device as well. Here's Zaxxon, same thing. It's not, the colors are off, super bright. Now for some people, you may not care. It plays fine. And so how you activate a game is you press pause, and then it'll activate a keypad. So then you can, in a direction of the controller pad, you can activate a number. And so it mimics the keypad of the ColecoVision. So it's pretty cool device that does this. So on standard releases, at least it's playing most games. I think there was some discussion on Atari Age that there was a couple issues with, I think, Mousetrap. I'm showing, these games are the ones I wanted to show. Here's Galaxian, and again, it has a really bright color palette. I don't know why it's doing that. But you know, this is a very popular game, a well done port of the arcade classic. Really like this version of Galaxian. But these are the types of games that I think, you know, I'm taking some of the best games on the platform. People that are going to want to play these games. And I'm using standard carts, by the way. I'm also going to use a multi-cart. Here's Ladybug. So I'm using original cartridges plugged into this adapter, which you plug in on top of it and plug it into your console. And so, yeah, Master System 1, there was no glitches. It's just that color palette. So other than that, I mean, it's just that to me is the bigger concern. Is it's really off. And so I was thinking, you know, if a clone console was showing this color palette, people would have an issue with it. So I think people remember a game a certain way, and when the game doesn't look exactly like what they remember, that's going to be a problem for some. For others, it may not be such a big deal. But I want to show you kind of what the results I'm getting. This is Spy Hunter. Spy Hunter is just a fantastic port. I don't know. I probably heard about this port from Brett Weiss a long time ago. He's a big ColecoVision fan and a great channel. Here's Pitfall 2. Really just, the colors are just off. I don't know the technical term for what I'm seeing. It's just that it's not how it looks. If you play this on a standard ColecoVision or even emulation, it's going to be a very different color palette. So Just wanted to show this kind of the results that I'm getting, and for people that want to see this. So here's Princess Quest. So I did try a couple cartridge-based homebrews. Same thing. Plays okay. This one plays okay. Now homebrews vary from title to title whether they work at all. And some homebrews, many homebrews had issues that I was testing. I'm just going to share a couple that I tested. And this was really just like a quick look at things. This is EA Classics from Electric Adventures. And Tony is a great guy. He's been programming since the 80s. And he took some arcade classics and put them on a compilation for Colecovision. I did a video on this. And you can get this cartridge directly from him. He does it for several different consoles, including the new SD1000 port. And so this had some glitches. It plays okay, but the menu is all messed up. The score seems okay, but on the left hand side there's some other issues. Alright, so I'm going to try using the Atari Max, because a lot of people are going to play using multi-carts. And so this is a great device. I've had this in my collection for a while. It's really how I play ColeCovision games on my standard ColeCovision. But the menu, even navigating into getting games, is not displaying correctly. It's only showing a small version of the selection of games. You can still get into games, so that's the good news. But just know that it doesn't properly display on the screen. And so that's unfortunate. But the good news is that a couple games I was happy to see that Bomb Jack appears to be playing correctly, and you know, that's nice to see. So it appears that homebrews vary whether they work or not, and that's going to be unfortunate. So I was hoping that maybe the homebrews would play fine and it would just be a color palette issue, but I didn't get those results. And so for some people that's going to be a bummer, because there's a lot of different homebrews. ColeCovision has more homebrews than actual releases. So a lot of people out there, really there's some amazing ColeCovision homebrews. Here's Jeepers Creepers. This is an older homebrew game. I'm playing this on the SD card. And so it's not displaying the character. So you can't even play this game. And so that's going to really, really disappoint some people. And just know that this device really works best with standard releases. And even with that, the color palette appears to be off. Well, I was hoping that like maybe it's just using it connected to the RetroTink 5X or the HD Retrovision. So I'm going to test it with the Master System 2. And this is just RF only, connected to a CRT. Now it's hard to tell on the screen here, but in person I'm getting the same color palette issues. Super bright. I'm not getting a great signal with that RF connection, but just want to let you know I'm getting the same results. It has the same color palette issues, has a really bright platforms in which on Donkey Kong, bright pinks and bright teals. And it just is different than the color palette of a standard release. Galaxian, same thing. It just seems off. And for some people, you're not going to be bugged by that. By others, you're going to be bugged by that. So I want just to show my results. Here's Pitfall 2, same thing. Pitfall 2 is more noticeable on this. And then in the comments, let me know, would that bother you with a purchase like this? It does work with standard releases for the most part, but other homebrews and aftermarket games, I had issues. That's my results. All right, so the results are mixed. Overall, it does play a lot of the standard ColeCovision games that I tested with it. The color palette is bright, it's off, it's different. For some, that's going to really bother them. For others, maybe not such a big deal. Many homebrews have glitches and issues. So far, this is a work in progress. So anyways, thank you so much. The links are below if you want to purchase this through Atari Age or the other forum where this is being discussed, and I'll put that in the links below. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you see, consider hitting that like and subscribe button and clicking the bell as I'm uploading videos every week. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. This is the immortal John Hancock, and you take care.